Hello, everyone. This is your evil twin, Grover Cleveland here, to remind you that you can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. There's a bloody link in the description. See you at the family reunion. Ah.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Whoa! Welcome to Ink the Book Show. It's me, the loudest guy on earth, Ryan O'Connor. No, hi, it's just me, regular Ryan O'Connor, who doesn't yell everything he says and isn't a radio disc jockey. I'm here to ink page 124 of my first graphic novel, which I'm doing, just figuring it out as I go. I'm trying to figure it out right here on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. What happens when I finish all these pages? What next? We'll see. Okay. I don't have any drawings to show. I've had a lot of starts and stops in the past day or so. Well, maybe should I show? I don't know if I showed this colored gorilla. I think I did. But I didn't show this one that I did yesterday. That's this character of mine named Polly Frog. She's not in this book, but she's in a story I might tell someday about some dog characters. Now I've got a bunch of crummy sketches here. Here's some kind of hefty chicken guy, some kind of dude. More this guy and this guy. Hey, what love's here, everybody? Did you change your name on Instagram? I saw somebody like a post of mine, and I was like, I wonder if that's what love. But I'm not sure. You did. Okay, I called it. Because it was similar, but different. Like it had the 0 for an O. And then, what else? What was I about to say? Something? I think for my sketchbook, I've been thinking I might do more dynamic drawing, like better drawings of old artwork from like my earlier sketchbooks from like 4 years ago. We'll see. Let's get to inking because it's late. The computer I'm working off of is getting sketchier and sketchier, where it's kind of hanging me up from time to time. I'm going to use this Copic Multiliner 0.5 to do the panels. Let's pull this out a bit while I do this. I like to stay ahead a few pages on the panels so I don't have to worry about them, but I haven't caught up yet. Ooh, let's get some light on here. Speaking of lights, you may have noticed I don't look like I'm made out of cottage cheese in this one so much. When you saw me a moment ago, because I got one of those bourgeois ring lights. Actually, I got it. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas. Ow, dang it. Hat keeps hitting camera. Someone got it for me for Christmas. I always think I can wear a hat because I don't like my hair. And then I start drawing and keep hitting it on the camera. Might have to switch pens. This is not as bold as I was expecting it to be. My problem with these sometimes is they seem to sort of wear out a little fast sometimes. Not wear out, but they like the tip kind of wears before they run out of ink sometimes. And you can buy new cartridges for these. Let me see if I can pull it out. Yeah. Whoa. That would have been a drag if it like poured ink all over the place. I didn't know that it wasn't going to. But there's some kind of like sponge or something that the ink sifts through there. Oh, wait. Simple question. What the drawings on Instagram that you draw, is it like what you do in a day or old drawings? I usually do those the day of. Like almost always. I'm almost never ahead of schedule on that. So yeah, that's usually if I try to squeeze something in every day, in addition to a page, in addition to my day job and all that. So I think that my next, and I usually don't have like, sometimes I'll have like a theme that I'm trying to like go by for a little while. Like I know I did one where like I had a period where I was just doing made up animals every day for a while. I don't think I've done many themes, but I think what I'm going to do now is for a while, I'm going to just do better drawings of old drawings, like more exciting, maybe clean. I don't know. I was saying recently that I keep going to put artwork on the thumbnails for these videos, and I have out of the stuff I have scanned, I have stuff from 4 sketchbooks, and every time I go to the first one, it's like I don't want to use any of them because the artwork is so crummy and embarrassingly bad. So I think that'd be a cool idea to just revisit some of those sketches and just make them better. So that was kind of what I did with this one. There's a drawing of this character that I did in another one where she's just kind of standing there. And I thought it would be cool to do a new drawing of her because I haven't drawn that character in a while. And that's an actual character I have in mind for maybe a future project. But then if you'll see this page of crummy sketches that I did, I've got this smiley face guy wearing a top hat, and he's throwing a stick of dynamite here. That was me remembering me drawing a smiley face guy wearing a top hat, just standing there in a different sketchbook. So I might go through a bunch of old sketchbooks and just do some drawings, make better versions of some of those drawings. I think that'd be cool.
I've said in the past that after you or after I was doing daily drawings for a while, about 4 years ago, after a while it became like I don't have to think so much about what I'm going to draw. Just something just will come out. But lately, it's like I find myself doodling a bunch of crap. Well, not entirely, but like the stuff I post is good, but I feel like I've just been doing a bunch of sketches that don't go anywhere, that don't look good before I get something good lately. So I think that might be a good way to land on something a bit faster. Right now. And I've been tempted to go back and repost old drawings. I see a lot of artists do that. There's nothing wrong with that, because like if you once you scroll back so far, it's like I can never make it to my oldest posts, and like some other artists, I can never get back to the beginning of their feed. It just keeps going and going. Like I have almost 1,000 posts now. I think I had 920 or something. And then some artists, they have just like thousands. So I've heard artists talk about, and I've seen them. They'll like after a while they'll just start reposting stuff. Which, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe someday I'll do that too. But in the meantime, it's more about, for me, it's more about getting myself a volume of artwork to show off. I just want a whole bunch of drawings. One day I want to just make an art book, which is something I kind of meant to do by now. Just make like an art of Ryan thing. But I don't know. There's never enough time for everything. But I think I might start messing around with that again. Let's see. So, are you back to school, what, love? I think today's your first day back, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully it went well. I thought I was going to be working away from, not here, but working. Punching the clock and getting stepped on by the man on St. Patrick's Day. But change of plans. I've got St. Patrick's Day off. So that's cool. I like, you know, when I turn it upside down, it's not, the rest of the page isn't cramming into my chest or my belly. Here, let me harass Liam. Let's see if I can get him in here. Okay. Now, that's the panels. Do I have any sound effects? No. Because I usually do those with the same pen. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And let's get our brush. I have some ink poured. I was getting so annoyed with Liam yesterday because he wants me to edit this video for him. But he was being so, like, ditzy about getting me the files that I needed. And I was like, okay, well, we'll meet up. I'll bring a USB or an external hard drive or something, and just bring the file, and I'll copy it over, and that'll be that. Because we were trying to like exchange it online, like through Dropbox, and it wasn't working for some reason. And he should have sent it to me like a week ago anyway. But he never did. And then, oh yeah, and then while I was like on my way, he's like, "Oh, I forgot to bring the video, and I forgot my laptop." And I'm like, "Dude, you were doing one thing." Anyway, we got it taken care of. I'm editing it. Though this, I gotta. It's getting hard to work through this computer. Well, we'll find a solution soon. So these are like royal guards. Oh, I'm not even drawing on camera. What a dork. I should get like a shock collar that goes off every time I start drawing off camera. Oh, I was gonna raise my volume like as high as it goes. It's already most of the way there. Microphone. Okay. Where is the... I don't see the option anymore. Advanced options. No. Oh well. No time. No time! So I'm so proud of my roommate, Tyler, who has who I've known for 20 years. He's my best friend in the world. And he just put in his 2 weeks notice at his job because he got a job doing computer assisted design. He and he went to art school with me. I met him in art classes in high school, and when I met him, he was taking CAD classes, and it was his like main interest in high school. Well, that and photography. And I didn't know anything about CAD, but it's just like designing stuff on computers, and like you draw the shapes. It's kind of like making like 3-dimensional blueprints. And well, he just got a job doing that. So he'll start that in about 3 weeks. It's amazing. It was like, you haven't strayed at all from what you were doing when I met you 20 years ago. And I guess neither have I. Because I was doing, in a lot of ways, I was doing this. He used to call me, in high school, he used to call me Doodles. Oh, hey, Vucky. What are you confused about? Let me heal your aching brain. Though that would probably be a first. I never can seem to adequately answer your questions. At least not adequately enough for my own liking. Oh. So this guy's leg is supposed to be coming out in front. Okay. Let's see. These guys are setting this orb from space. This is some so what's his name? Billy is telling Bonehead this backstory to his planet, where this thing crash lands on their planet many years ago. Like, their planet was dying, right? It's too close to the sun, and it's like drying up and becoming uninhabitable. And then this thing crash lands on their planet, and suddenly it's full of vegetation. They I don't know, it's all livable again. And then so these guys are digging it out, and it like, they get into this little truck here, and it like powers the truck and speeds down the road, and they all go running after it. So it's some mystical, weird energy ball, and they've kind of secured it for the kingdom to kind of like bring prosperity to their land or whatever. So the whole kingdom is kind of environmentally being nourished back to health by it, but it also is powering all the electricity of the land, I guess. And they're putting it on top of this tower that's kind of connected to all the electricity, I guess. I don't know. I feel stupid telling my own story. Is what that I don't know is. Hopefully that makes sense and doesn't sound stupid. You're still not the worst storyteller I know. Who's the worst storyteller that comes to mind? If you have someone in mind. Let's see. A friend of mine by the name of Falky Batty. That's some name. Did their parents want them to get atomic wedgies for the rest of their life? No, I'm just kidding. Username, don't know the real name. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured. Actually, that's what I was thinking. So at least I'm better than Falky Batty. The hack. The fool. I'm just kidding. I'm sure Falky Batty could kick my ass in a heartbeat, so I'll refrain from making fun of them. and their lackluster storytelling skills. So this tower is at the beginning of the story, where we first meet Denton Crux, and we first meet the king of planet Montana. It's in the first 24-page section of the book. Now we're kind of finding out what was really going on in that scene. Okay. This one is all pretty fine detail. I might want to use a technical pen for this. We'll see how I feel. I like using the brush if I can pull it off. So this guy's plugging everything in. Also, you think the perfect machine and the perfect organism are one and the same? No. Perfect organism would be sold, as in, I mean, to say would require a soul, right? Like, are creatures and machines interchangeable? I want to say no. it would, like, I think technology will become more and more like I think we can go on creating robots that are more and more lifelike and realistic and accurate with AI and all that. But we'll never, I don't know, it's always going to be like a hyper AI and not, I don't know. It's like a painting. Like you can get a painting. Like maybe someday we'll some artists will perfect painting to be more realistic than ever. Or maybe it'll be like through Photoshop or whatever, and you'll be like, that person's gonna say something. That person's gonna say something. You know, it's so realistic. It's so insanely realistic. It looks like it's in the room with me, not on the page. It's right here. They're there. Maybe not painting, but like, you know, like the like a 3D movie or whatever. It's here in the room and it's talking to me. But it's not. It's art representing life. It's a sub created. It's a I don't know. It's still a step below the real thing. Anyway, if a robot ever said, "I have a soul," you would never believe them. If it was a convincing enough robot and it told me it had a soul, like if it was like, can you imagine if there was like real enough AI and like you thought it was a person your whole life? It just blended in that well. I believe that, I would believe that maybe there would be a soul-ish thing that, like, automatons will have someday, but like if AI just hits some like super new level, but I still think it's separate. Is it murder to kill to like shut down a super AI thing? What is that? The Turing test? What is that? The Turing test. I forget exactly what that is. Let me see. A method of inquiry in artificial intelligence for determining whether or not a computer is capable of thinking like a human being. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. What are the criteria for the Turing test? Like, what are the I propose to consider the question, can machines think? Because thinking is difficult to define. Replace the question by another, which is closer. Nah, I'm looking for questions in the Turing test. Or like, how do I know I'm not a machine? Let's see. Say it's only murder if the jury says so. Those psychopaths? I'm not trusting a jury of my peers. My fate's in their hands? Wouldn't it be more efficient if the jury was machine, but then they'd be biased? And I'd get locked up for good. I'd be like, no, judge, I'm one of you. And he's like, he takes off his face and there's like a Terminator face underneath. And he's like, hasta la vista, baby. And I'm like, no, as they're dragging me away. Judges used to be people. Judges used to be people. That'd be a cool movie. So there will always be a distinction in your work. Yeah, can a robot do this? Like, depends. Are you a robot? No robot in the world is going to be this hack. Unless it was programmed to be exactly this hack. So do you think, okay, if you replace the motor of a car with a new motor, it's still the same car, right? I think you know where I'm going. But if you replace every part of the car, even with an identical part, but after a while you've replaced every single part, Is it still the same car? And then what about when like technology gets so advanced that, like I'm dying, so I'm dying of a bad heart. Oh, easy then. Okay. But wait, so all that's remained is the VIN number? So what happens if like so that's the soul. Okay, here's where I'm going. What happens when like human medical technology is so advanced that like I'm dying of a bad heart, so they replace my heart, and then I'm dying of my brain is going, so they replace my brain, and I'm good as new, and then they my body is withering away because it's 1,000 years old, so they put my self into they put my consciousness into an like a robot body. Am I like to what degree, like how far removed can I be from my original self while still being my original self? You know what I'm saying? As long as it has the vehicle identification number, it is what it is. Okay, what about a typewriter? What about a typewriter? I replace one by one. I replace every piece of a typewriter with an identical piece, and this typewriter has no VIN number. The children in the audience are like, what the hell is a typewriter? My mom actually had a typewriter when I was a kid, and every once in a while I would pull it out from under her bed. I don't think I ever saw my parents use it, but I used it from time to time. It was one my mom used in boarding school. My mom went to boarding school in Ireland, where nuns would like rap on their knuckles with rulers and stuff. My mom went to school with Enya. You know the who can say when only time, or sail away, sail away, sail away. That lady? I guess she was classmates with my mom. Why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, because that was my mom's typewriter from boarding school. My dad just had his first knee replacement, and he's got another one coming up. So he's on his way to having all his parts swapped out someday. Will he, if he keeps up at the rate he's going, getting all his body parts replaced? Will he be my dad before long? Typewriters have no identity to me. All Smith Corona 5T Supers are Smith Corona 5T Super. But at what point do I stop being Ryan? Like, does my brain make me? Or like what ignites my brain? Is there a soul? What like makes this like meat factory walk around? What animates the meat? I don't know. I'm getting into some weeds. I sound like I've been really getting into the weed, if you know what I mean. I didn't realize this was a new comment. If you can figure out a distinction between two random typewriters, I'll start there. I don't know. One's a Corona and one's an Underwood. No, I'll have bullshit answer for it in the story, but not in real life. Yeah. Yeah, story's good for running a set hypothetical and going, well, what if this happened? I might have to look up this building that's right here. The castle. Let's see. Did you bring this up? All that robot talk? I think you started it. So this is the story you're writing? Let me see. The perfect machine and the perfect organism are one and the same. Yeah. Okay. I think yeah, you were writing a story, but I think you were saying you don't know what's going to happen with it, like what you're doing with it, if I recall. Like if it's going to be a little novel or something. And you were writing it for somebody, I think, right? I brought it up because of what exactly is the magical orb. Oh, gotcha. Oh. That's a good question. It's some kind of... I don't think it's an organism. I don't think it's a machine. I think it's just an element of the universe. It's like some weird ass space rock is, I guess, what it was in my head. But it's like... It's... Maybe it is an organism. Because it's like a membrane with some weird flowy stuff inside. Pea is neither a pea, or no, I'm sorry, a peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. Oh wait, it is a nut. That's from what do you call it? I don't know why that just popped into my head. It's Franklin Sherman from what do you call it? The Critic. It was a '90s TV show starring John Lovitz. Written by two of the writers from The Simpsons, or created by two of the writers from The Simpsons, Al Jean and Mike Reiss. It was really good. Let me take a look, see if I can find a previous page that this building was on. Oh. I've got these pages in a different spot right now. I've got them in this little bag I have here. I brought them to a library to see if I could scan them there. And I could scan all the day long, but it wouldn't do anything apparently. The whole intergalactic... Wait. It's not even the most powerful object in the universe. The whole intergalactic warp probably have a few world enders in it. I didn't make the stakes that deep in this, did I? No. Maybe I should have. That's not the page I'm looking for. Let's Let's see, it's in here somewhere. I am looking for this page. And then I want to put this page back here. Okay. What was the page I needed? It was like page 5, I think. Yeah. So I'm doing this corner of the building. So there should be a there should be like a something here. So I didn't think about it until it was. Let me see. This is just like a facade thing. But this should continue out here. I gotta look at all this that I have to white out because I didn't think ahead of time. What's my motto? Measure once, cut twice. Which is not a good motto. Certainly not a good practice. Oh, stupid Ryan. You big dummy. No, I have further problems with it, but not enough to make me want to redraw this panel. Okay. These bricks are like a patchwork quilt. Do I know a person who can draw really unpleasant still frames? Dude, I don't personally know somebody, but my favorite of all time is Bill Ray, who did backgrounds for Ren and Stimpy, and he worked for Mad Magazine as well. I talk about him all the time, but you know, like when you like hold on Ren's like gaping tooth hole where he gets his tooth yanked out or something on Ren and Stimpy, and it's all like gnarly. Like whenever they do that, like bum bum bum, and they like do a still frame on Ren and Stimpy, it's just like gnarly, grotesque. That was always the best. They did a bit of that on SpongeBob too. And there's a Disney show called Brandy and Mr. Whiskers that did a bit of that. But nothing beats Ren and Stimpy in grotesqueness. Let's see. Yeah, if you Google, apparently Ren and Stimpy gross ups. So we've got like, can I just single out the image? Ren with crust in his eyes. Yeah, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Like, I was never a big Disney Channel fan. Well, I mean, there were some things I liked on the Disney Channel, but not very many. But Brandy and Mr. Whiskers was like a surprise for me because I liked Even Stevens, but Brandy and Mr. Whiskers was one of the good cartoons that I liked on there. There were a bunch of other cool ones. Here's a girl Ren. It's like when he's like splitting off all his multiple personalities or something in one episode, and then in the end a girl one comes out. Oh, here's Ren's gross tooth. Gross teeth. Ugh. Let's see. Hey. We're trying to eat here. And you stand there airing out your stinky old gum holes. What are you trying to do? Make us puke? You just hear the foghorn. Here's another Stimpy. This is my wife, Cora. Let me find one more. Okay, here's a different one. Here's here's a SpongeBob one. That one's freaky. I don't know if that's actually from the show, but I don't think I ever saw that one on the show. But I believe it looks like it probably was. Okay, moving on. How does that grab me? Good enough for science. I'm happy. Let's draw this ship, which at the beginning we see this scene of Denton Crux, the owner of the poison factory. We see this shot already of him landing on the planet in this ship. I feel like Mr. Shivers would really benefit from a close-up, or a gross-up. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was going for in that one scene in the cartoon. I mean, I didn't go too bonkers with it, but like when he's like foaming at the mouth, and then it like does that close-up of him where the steam shoots out of his ears. It was kind of going for that kind of vibe, but it wasn't really particularly gross. Yeah, I should do one someday. Maybe in this book there might be something like, there might be room for something like that in this book. There might already be something like that in this book, or close anyway. So, Lucky, I know you don't drink. I'm pretty sure you told me that. And also, it's on a Wednesday. But are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day? I don't know if I am. I just found out I have the day off, but and the next day. No. Okay. Because my family already did our our annual, what do you call it? I've not been able to think of the phrase St. Patrick's Day like 17 times today. My brain, she is falling out of my head, and also is a woman. But yeah, we already had our family St. Patrick's Day party. One of the things you say you're off that day. I was working like till 10 p.m. that day, but then just today there was a schedule change at my work. So I have the day off now. So that was some good fortune. But I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it. The best part of it is that I have 2 days off in a row, which does not happen for me very often. I've got the crummiest schedule of like anyone I know. Here's some kind of muffler, I think. Is that what that is? This is all going to be so phoned in fake. It's like attached to a strut or something. I don't know what a car is, let alone a spaceship. So here's my book full of stuff I don't know how to draw. Money, please. Spaceships are flat on the bottom. This one is. This one's like a VW bus. In part. For aerodynamics. Yeah. Now you're getting it. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm drawing way off screen again. Okay. So um, I ain't wasting no more time. I have this. Who is that? Going down the only road I've ever known. I've got the song stuck in my head, but I not well enough that I can sing it at all right now. Oh my goodness. It's like actually in my head, but I can't articulate it right now, I guess. That's embarrassing. I just had like the words in my head too, and I can't remember what they are. Trying to figure out this song. Here I go again on my own by Whitesnake. It's stuck in my head. My brain just wants me to look like a total fool. So there's like dirt being blown up, dust rising. Okay, we're gonna put some black in here. Yeah. I like the way you draw smoke. Thank you. I'm glad it's working then, because I wasn't sure. This panel was not finished being sketched, and I just kind of like threw that down last night. It's like, that looks right-ish. Then when I was inking it, I was like, I don't know. It was a little thick on me, but make it dirt. Um, And then it's got these like fins on the back of it. Probably a little shorter like that. Try to make it a little more roiling. Coming out of the things. I don't know if that quite works. Is he an arthropod with an exoskeleton? You're talking about this this machine? It does look kind of fishy, crabby, insecty. Oh no, Bonehead the character. Is he an... Oh, you said arthropod. I don't know what I said. Anthropod, I think I said. Is that even a thing? Bonehead. Maybe? I don't know. I know he's not quite exactly a dead guy. It's not. So yeah, I think he probably is something like that. If I had to decide, I think I would go with that. Yeah. This is part of it. Should probably come out further. Like. Need to refer to another old page. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if I drew the top of the windshield right. And then it comes back up over here. Just pull this over. There we go. This is the time of day I start thinking about, oh man, it's 10:30. Where I start thinking about what I'm gonna watch when I go to bed. You got any standby shows you watch, Bucky? I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny, Scrubs here and there. I was digging back into the end of the Wonder Years, which I was really liking. Almost. I think I've got one more season left of that show, like maybe 1.5. Oh, also I've been watching New Girl lately. The past few nights, which I really like. When I first checked out that show, when it was still airing, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I'm probably about to turn this right off, and I ended up liking it a lot. I feel like this part in the middle needs something, so I gotta figure out kind of what the flow is. It used to be King of the Hill. That's a good one. I always go back to that on Hulu. They got it. I almost never watch live TV anymore. I have been for South Park, but that's about it. And I usually will for Rick and Morty. Let me think. Was there anything else lately that I try to catch live anymore? Not much else. I always used to for Venture Brothers, which I think you said you weren't too big on. Yeah, King of the Hill is so dang good. And it's coming back. They're rebooting it. Only it takes place in the future. I can't imagine a King of the Hill without Cotton, presumably Khan, Luann. I don't know what they're. I don't know if they're including any of those characters in any capacity, but I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the King of the Hill reboot, but I guess it's happening. I can't imagine it being done well right now, or probably at all. It sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, like Bobby is going to be grown up, like in his 20s or something. That's what I hear anyway. That's what I heard. I don't know if I actually read that anywhere. Like, who wants to see a, I don't know, 50-year-old Boone or Dale Gribble? Well, that might be fun. It would probably be hard to make Dale not fun. It's like we don't have Lucky, we don't have Luann. Probably not Khan. Probably not. Well, Cotton died in the series. It's like, why bother? But dude, Cotton Hill is wonderful. There's another voice actor I love so much, Toby Huss, who was, if you've ever seen the show Pete and Pete, which was an old Nickelodeon live action show, who the band that is made up of the creators of the show, that does the theme song for Pete and Pete. I'm gonna be seeing them next month. I guess they're doing a tour. They're coming to Chicago. My sister just told me about it. It's like $20. But anyway, yeah, there's a character named Artie, the strongest man in the world, and he was played by Toby Huss. And then I started seeing him in King of the Hill, and actually a few years ago, he was in like everything. He was in that show Glow. He was in, I don't know, he had small parts in everything. I saw him in Broad City. I saw him in that Feud thing with Susan Sarandon playing Betty Davis. And the other woman playing Joan Crawford. But Toby Huss was everywhere for a little while. He does voices in Venture Brothers. He does voices in King of the Hill. He plays Khan. He plays Cotton. Who else does he play? Probably others. I almost feel like if they're gonna do King of the Hill set in the future, centering around Bobby, it would probably have to be like an all new set of characters, which would be a better jumping off point, I feel like. I don't know. We'll see. So now we're back on Billy and Bonehead. Current day. The idea of the past commenting on the present feels weird. No, they are. Oh, the past. Are you talking about my comic? They are. This is like the end of a story that he is currently telling him. So present day him is telling him about the past of their planet's troubles. Do I look like I know what an NFT is? I just want a picture of a gosh dang monkey. Oh, where did I just saw that meme somewhere. I was like, how did I hear that? But I just saw that somewhere. It was just so dang in the voice of Hank Hill. That I thought I had seen that somewhere for a second. Just want a picture of a god dang monkey. Elmo? Aladdin? Jenny McCarthy? I don't even know what these things are. Like when they're looking through Halloween costumes. Or what's the other one I love? Like, Weird Al did it. He's like, Bobby, Weird Al blew his brains out in the 80s when people stopped buying his records. He's not worth getting into trouble over. That one always kills me. Pump jockey works for tips. Man, I follow a couple artists that got into the whole NFT thing. I guess they're making it work for them, but so I'm kind of like seeing all this. I've been seeing all this NFT talk for way too long, if you ask me. And boy, it is so like inaccessible to me. Like I don't know, I don't care, and I don't know what anybody is talking about. It's got this whole like other language to crack and decipher. It's like, who in the world has the time of day? I mean, I guess if you're making money at it, you figured you'll, get the hang of it, but I've never wanted a trend to pass so much. Jiminy. What's an Abe Simpson? Oh, wait. Wanting trends to pass is a sign of being old. What is Abe Simpson's line? Something like, I wore an onion on my belt. See, that was the style at the time. Or, back then, money had pictures of bees on them. Give me 5 bees for a quarter, or 5 bees for $1. You'd say, what's the... Oh. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it? It seems weird and scary to me, and it'll happen to you. What's that onion one? Let's see. Like the time I caught the ferry over to Shelbyville, I needed a new heel for my shoe. So I decided to go to Morganville, which is what they called Shelbyville in those days. So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time. Now, to take the ferry cost a nickel, and in those days, nickels had pictures of bumblebees on 'em. Give me 5 bees for a quarter, you'd say. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah, the important thing was that I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. They didn't have white onions because of the war. The only thing you could get was those big yellow ones. Like when he's telling Bart about the flying hellfish. Bart's just like, great story, Grandpa. Could have used a vampire, though. It's the kind of thing my roommate says all the time. Uh-oh. Somebody needs me to walk them through something. I might have to mute in a minute. We'll see. But I'm so close to being done. Are there vampires in Montana? Not in Montana. Maybe in maybe in Necropolis where Bonehead lives. Let me mute this for a minute. Good night. Sorry, not you. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna mute again. Okay. Sorry. That was not entertaining, I'm sure. But yeah, I had to walk somebody through how to do something at my work. So that's always happening. Back in my day, nickels had pictures of bumblebees on them. Give me 5 P's for a quarter, you'd say. Okay. Is this a page yet? Maybe. Okay. All right. That's all I can muster tonight. So I'm going to draw something in my sketchbook and hit the old hay. I keep trying to drink the last sip out of that cup of tea, and I did it ages ago. Oh, so that's what he looks like. Some kind of scumbag scoundrel. No, anyway, that's the show. That's Ink the Book. That's Ink the Book. That's all I've got to offer you. So I'm going to start the next thing, and I'll be back. Should be tomorrow morning. We'll see how I pull that off. All right. Bye, everybody. I love you. Don't do drugs unless you must. I don't know. Nah, don't do drugs. That's dumb.